Go.
My name is Sanchez. I'm with a company called Tractor Tip Equipment. What we have for sale here today is a D39ex-22 bulldozer. We're going to talk a little bit about the mechanics of this particular machine in the first clip, the operating specs in the second. We'll run it in the third. We have a number of machines for sale here. We got a 4,000 gallon water truck right there. We got an old 4,000 gallon tanker water truck right there. We got some loaders. We got some an oil distributor back there. We got a tanker anyway. Point is, if you buy any one of these tractors from me, you're going to be dealing with Pro Provencio. He's the guy running the camera. The serial number of this machine is 333. I'm going to leave that last digit blank. Well, it's hard to get up. Trying to open that little hood for you.
You got it open finally.
I got it open. So price on a new machine like this about 150,000, maybe even more than that. The way things are these days with Biden in office, you know, you got inflation going like crazy, but he says we don't have to worry about that. So hours on this machine are 4,263. As far as manufacturers go, Komatsu is ubiquitous out there. They're the #2 supplier of heavy construction equipment around the world. This machine weighs 20,834 pounds. The widest point is that blade right there, and that blade is 8 foot 11 inches wide, but when you have it at full tilt, it's 8 foot 2 inches wide. So it's still a legal load. The transportation length from the front of this blade to the end when that blade is tilted is 16 foot 3 inches. Comparable machines are like a John Deere 550 or a Cat D4 or maybe a Case 850. As far as the history of this unit goes, this machine, like almost every machine we purchase, is an original owner Dallas, Texas machine. I say that because this machine is essentially rust-free. You can see where the paint's rubbed off and the rainwater's gotten to it, but it in no way, shape, or form is rust pervasive. We're 300 miles from the ocean, and we're far enough south that the only salt we see is the salt on our kitchen tables, and we try not to even put that on our tables because both Uncle Pro and I have high blood pressure. Just about every machine we purchase comes from one of about 30 different large contractor or municipality that we deal with here in the Metroplex. This machine came from one of the largest construction companies in the United States, if not the world. We've got a really good relationship with them, and everything they do is top notch. I mean, they redid these tracks here, and these tracks are sealed and lubricated tracks. Each one of those bearings is sealed and lubricated. So those tracks are better than the tracks that come with the original tractor. That's probably a $15,000 set of tracks right there. Those are called salt, they call them salt rails. Sealed and lubricated tracks. Each one of those is individually bathed in oil, so as opposed to a dry track, which 90% of the tractors out there have. That just goes to show you how these people, they do everything right. Like I say, the guy that I deal with at this company is he's a conscientious guy, and he's got an excellent maintenance program that rivals any that I've ever seen. We've been happy with all the machines we purchased from these guys, and it should be said that before I purchase any machine, I have my mechanics go out and inspect it. I have two guys go out and inspect it. If they say everything's okay with the tractor, then I send Provencio to go out and inspect it. He's got 40 years of experience in the heavy construction business. And if he says everything's okay, then I personally go out and I inspect it before I write a check. As far as options go, this has got a six-way blade system. I mean a six-way blade. It's topcon ready right there. I'm not sure what the value is for that topcon system, but I'd say that's probably about a $15,000 system right there. It's topcon ready. It's obviously got a cap. It's got an AC that blows ice cold, a heater that works. I don't think this has got a key battery disconnect, does it, Pro?
It does not.
It does not have a key battery disconnect that we know of. That's nice to have, because if the tractor's sitting for a while, you can kill all the power. Plus it helps for theft, but who's gonna steal this tractor, right? There is a 12-volt outlet in the cab. This machine is variable speed, so because it's hydrostatic drive, it's not a shift like a 1, 2, 3. You can do it like 1.1, 1.2, 1.25. You've got a variable shift in.
Go ahead. It stopped on me. I apologize for that one.
Okay, it's also got a ripper, as you can see. Oh, it's got a hydraulic fan. Pro is going to remind me about that. This is a hydraulic fan which is reversible. So what that means is when you're working, especially out here in Texas where you got dust and debris blowing over your coolers, you can reverse the fan and blow and clean out your radiators. That's kind of handy to have. All of the fluid levels on this tractor are where they should be. This machine is mechanically sound. There are no leaks on it. Absolutely everything works. You know, here's another thing about Komatsu that I like. Their dozers. That's got a ball and socket arrangement right there. So if you look at all the other Case, John Deere, Caterpillar, they've got pins, right? So after a while, those pins kind of warble out, but that's got a ball and socket, so it's kind of like your shoulder. Of course, mine and Uncle Pro's shoulders are worn out, but that keeps your blade tighter all the time. Like you can keep tightening up on that, and that's wonderful for doing, you know, for keeping your blade tight. I don't know if I'm doing a good job of explaining that, but that is unbelievably a good thing.
It sure is.
So I wish I had another dozer here to show you the slop that develops in those pins, but that's all the way around. It just stays tight all the way around.
Also, yeah, it's a great design.
Yeah.
It really is.
As far as the engine goes, let's see here. This is it's a 4-cylinder SAA 4D107E-1 engine. That is, I believe, a Tier 3 engine, so you're not dealing with any of the crazy ass emission stuff that they got in those Tier 4s. Gross horsepower is 107, net horsepower is 105. Like I say, all the fluid levels on this machine are where they should be. Again, it's mechanically sound. There's no leaks on it. Everything works. There's no cracks or welds anywhere in the work equipment. The transmission runs through its variable gears with no problem. Top speed on this tractor is 5.3 miles an hour in forward, 5.3 in reverse. This undercarriage, like I said, this is almost a brand new undercarriage. It's like 95%, and this is a salt tracked, sealed and lubricated chain. The final drives have got plenty of power. I'm going to run this tractor here in a little bit and show you that This machine, the tracks will actually counter rotate, which is because it's hydrostatic drive, so it'll turn within its own tracks, which is handy to have. All of the pins and the bushings are relatively tight. I probably said this already, but there's no cracks or welds in the work equipment. There's no deflection or any kind of problem in that ripper area. And here again, in this area right here, there's no deflection, which is the good thing about that design right there. I don't know if Komatsu has a patent on it or what's going on there, but I don't know why everybody doesn't have that. That's just a great thing. So the shoe width on this tractor here, standard shoe width is 18. So the people that bought this tractor bought them just a little bit wider. They're a little bit wider than standard. They're 2 inches wider, which helps you on the PSI rating, which I think gives you a PSI of like 5 or something like this. Don't quote me on that, but I'd say it's around 5. Me standing here as a 6'1" man, 200 pounds, I probably have a PSI rating of 22. So that tractor right there will float on soft soil better than I will. This dozer blade height is 3 foot 3 inches to this point. I think it's like 3 foot 7 inches up to here. It is 8 foot 11 inches wide. Like I say, you put it at full tilt and it's 8 foot 2 inches. The ripper back here, this ripper, it's a 3-shank ripper. It's not multi-variable, it's just up and down. The height of these is 1 foot 3 inches, and the width of this ripper is 4 foot 11 inches. And I guess we're gonna run it in the next clip. I'm gonna show you the cap first and then we'll run it. I forgot to ask Uncle Pro if he's got anything else to say about this.
I do. You need to buy me some land so I can go work this machine.
Yeah, this is a fun bulldozer to use, and it's
very powerful.
It's extremely powerful and ties all the knots. It's got an AC heater. It's a Cadillac. It's
very,
a nice
very
machine.
good machine. Well, let's run it in the next clip.
All right, so this is the inside of the cab here. There's your air conditioner controls. Here's your little 12-volt deal. It's a little ashtray, your RPM. This is your travel. This is your gear selection, lights, reversible fan, buzzer kill. This toggles your operation right here on your monitor panel. If it has any error codes, you can toggle through there. This is incremental versus full shift, and gosh, I don't know what that is. That's defrost, I guess. Up here you got your windshield wiper controls, your radio. Here's your ripper. That's your blade control. This is your decelerator. This is like a brake. And this right here is your seat. It's all in good condition. I'm gonna go ahead and start it up. You gotta these two deals right here, you gotta pick them up.